So life goes on. I'm here now, and I'm engaged. Anybody engaged? Yeah. That's all three of us. And we, like, I have an interesting, time, especially now, with wedding coming up and all that stuff. And we've been dating, by the way, for just about 6 years, like a little over 6 years now. And so it's, since like high school, it's been quite a while. And I still feel like I'm being tested. Like guys that are dating right now, you're getting tested now, you'll be tested all the way until you're dead. It'll take forever. But for example, I was at Taco Bell not too long ago. And we pull up to the drive-thru and like we just got off of work, I'm sitting in the passenger seat, my fiance's driving. And she pulls up to the thing and she does a traditional, what the driver does. She comes over to me and she goes, what are you gonna get? I answer her, I'm like, 2 chili cheese burritos and a Pepsi. I don't know if I whispered. And she had a good idea. She was going to be economical. She didn't want anything to drink, right? So she said, I'm going to order a combo meal and I'll just give you my large Pepsi. You want a large Pepsi, right? And I was like, yeah, I want a large Pepsi. She's like, okay, I'll get you my large Pepsi and I will get one. We save $1.30, whatever. And, I'm great with this. And we pull around, we get to the window, and what do they do first? They hand you the drink, right? So they hand the large Pepsi down and they hand it to her, and I set the cup holder motion out there, and I'm like, hey, here it is. And she goes, takes a big old sip out of it, and I don't know why that bothered me. And I just sat there and looked at her, and she was like, hey, can I have the Pepsi? She's like, yeah, just. And it is now not a large Pepsi anymore. It is now a portion of a large Pepsi, and I'm just starting to get a little perturbed. And so, like, maybe if I wanted a portion of a large Pepsi, like when she asked me, it'd be like, hey, what do you want? And I go, 2 chili cheese burritos and some portion of a large Pepsi. In fact, not a medium. Not a medium. I want not the paper cup, but the plastic one. And I want about 76% of a large Pepsi. See if they can do that. But I didn't. And I didn't know though, like, I looked at her and I said, hey, while we're here, just get a small, And little did I know I was walking straight to a girl trap. One of those little mental head games girls play with you. Right? Guys, if you want to say something and you're just blunt and honest, just boom, and there it goes. But girl traps? Girl traps are like those little Rube Goldberg devices, or those like little traps you see on Tom and Jerry. You know what I'm saying? Or like the unsuspecting guy goes out in the middle of the room, there's a target painted on the ground with a big chunk of cheese in the middle. And he's like, oh, fantastic cheese. He picks it up, little does he know that cheese is attached to a wire. And quietly as the music starts. And that little wire attached to the cheese flicks on a fan, and the fan starts going and pushes a little toy sailboat across a Victorian bathtub. And when it gets to the end, it knocks Malibu Barbie off the edge of the soap dish, and she falls down and hits about 148 feet of dominoes and takes off across the room. And when it hits the end, it kind of drops down on this little tripwire that's holding up a golf tee that's suspending a bowling ball from the top of the bookshelf. And it drops out, the bowling ball drops to the bottom, boom, hits a wood cushion, startles a chicken lays an egg, and it rolls down the hill, and it goes. And at the end, it breaks over a cup, and then the egg yolk jumps into the cup gets a little heavier, so it tips over the teeter-totter it's sitting on, and tips over a candle, and that candle starts to burn through a rope that's attached to the ceiling that's suspending a bank safe. And so the guy's just sitting there, he's like, yeah, what's going on? This is fantastic. And still taking chunks of cheese, and and it starts to wobble, and the bank safe the rope burns through the rope, and at a safe distance, about 50 feet away, the bank safe hits the ground, and the guy's just kind of sitting there with his cheese going, what was that? Boom, dies of heart disease. You've been eating cheese like this whole time. He didn't know what's going on. You never know how any idea where a girl trap is going to end. So, I kind of sit there for a second, like, why don't we just get a small one right now? And she's like, well, no, we're fine, I didn't want one. I'm like, well, you've had some of mine. And like, I said that kind of frustrated, but, that's my fault. But she looks at me, and the girl trip begins. It always begins with a question. She looks at me and goes, are we gonna fight like this when we're married? And so all of a sudden, I black out, and I come back to like 30 seconds later, and I went from, hey, are you gonna get a Pepsi, to like, I'm arguing about what kind of father I'm gonna be someday. And so like I'm still, on edge, and the lady comes back to the window and she's like, would you guys like hot melt or fire sauce? And I'm still just, I was like, I do not need fire sauce! I'm a terrible father! Goodness sakes, what have I been doing this whole time? And like, you don't want to jump back and say anything at her because like, she'll give you like that face where you don't know whether she's about to be sweet and let everything go, or if she's about to have like, an alien burst out of her chest. So I just kind of let it go from there. But that's a girl trap for you. And speaking of beverages,